Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Okay, welcome back into the game. So, I've been experimenting a little bit between episodes. I've done a little bit of modifications to some stuff, and I've done a lot of grinding because that's a huge thing of this game is grinding. So, let's have a look at what we've got going on. Let's see, where to begin. First, you can paint sand. So when you put sand blocks down, if you want to have it so it's got a nice earth path look to it, you can paint it dark brown, or this is a light green. I painted it the light blue color, the teal color, and it glows. It's kind of cool. So you can have a lot of fun with that. I have been testing, actually, before I go on to my testing, I had to do a little bit of modifications to the tractor unit here. I doubled up the rear drive because once I put all that nice armor plating on, it was really struggling to climb. Like, it couldn't climb hills, nothing. It had a hard time making the rounds. I doubled up the rear drive, so it's got two of the con piston engines in it. They're basically back to back facing each other with the control block in the middle between the two. And when I set the pistons to max without this bumper on, let's just say I was doing some pretty slick catwalks. If you can imagine the front wheel of this thing off the ground cruising along for quite some distance. Yeah. Other things I've been doing, I've been playing with vacuum pumps and flotation and what do you call these things? Water cannons. The funny thing is I had literally spent about 14 hours the other day playing with this stuff, like messing around with it, how different configurations, different things. I had to learn how to make a repeater loop, that sort of thing, and I built this, and then I was getting all ready to do up this video, and both John Bain and Scrapman released a let's see if this works video with this configuration. So, I mean, here's my boat. Here's what I had built. I had originally set this down to be almost no speed, but approximately 7 ticks matches the intake of the pump, so you can basically move at the same speed. So if I turn this on, this cycles once every 7 ticks. And on a slow speed, it doesn't seem to move very fast. It does move. Like, we are moving. But if I speed this up, we can actually pick up some motion. But the problem is you'll see is we're going to go through the water faster than we can produce it. Now I would need basically I would need about 4 pumps for one water cannon. Now we are moving, or we were moving. We are moving slowly. It's not an efficient thruster system. It's nice, but it's not that efficient. The thruster or the water mechanics leave a lot to be desired. The problem is everything takes components to build. I need components for upgrades, components for building, components for this, components for that. To build a chest, I need components. To build a cannon, I need components. Now, on the far side of the map, or this hill from me, is a couple of really good POIs that I have to swim out to. If I was to stand on the edge of my... Oh, good, my garden's grown. I'll show you something else I've learned. If I was to stand on the edge of my map here, those far islands would be approximately where the POI is from the shore, and that's a full day of swimming. I mean, it's a good opportunity to collect clams and that sort of stuff, but it's a lot of swimming. And if you die on those islands, because there's about 6 haybots on each island, if you die, because they like to knock you off, and you'll take like 70 points fall damage if they get you the right place off the thing. In addition to their hit will basically one hit you. You're off the building and your impact kills you. It's a full in-game day swim back out to your stuff. It's not something you really want to do. And then it's a full in-game swim back as well. It's a lot of fun. That's why I'm looking at boats. Thrusters are so cost prohibitive and fuel prohibitive that they're not any fun. Now, I did have one other thing is I sort of lost control of this in the water, and it drove off the hill, jumped into the lake, and I mean, it sinks. It's all metal. It's very heavy, but it sinks. See if I can pick it up. Pick it up, please. Thank you. Ignore this. This is just me dumping garbage. There we go. Let's jump on this. It sinks very nicely. Turn the engine on. But I also noticed, let me get off this rock here, please. Those piston engines appear to push me forward. I mean, yes, I'm still driving because I've modified the weight. But I was actually floating at one point, and the piston engines were pushing me forward at a good rate. Now, I mean, it would be great if I could build a way to collect air or hold air on this tank. But I can't. So, I mean, you're constantly, you can drive around underwater for a little while, and then you're going to have to come up for air anyway, which can be a little annoying. Let's just break this rock that we're hooked on. Excuse me, please. Thank you. But without these bumper bars, this thing actually pushed off the ground fairly well. Which was kind of interesting. And I can move along underwater very nicely with it. But I was wondering if maybe the what do you call it? The wheels would provide some sort of action. I got to put a NOR gate on here. I've been learning about logic circuits. Not intentionally, but in order to figure out the repeater for that water cannon, I had to. And let's just say that was not exactly my idea of a lot of fun, but I'm getting there. And out of the water. I mean, it's not amphibious, but it works. Okay. Can you sit here? Good boy. Over here, you'll notice I have another experiment set up. That's cardboard. You'll see those two colors there are different colors. It's because I replaced them and painted them. I was testing to see what you could fire from one of these weapons, because I noticed that I was able to hit that far, actually that far shore, with this vacuum gun by firing various items. Now, one of the things, or all the things that I was able to fire so far, was produce, seeds, chemicals, and water. We'll pick these up and throw them in here. I haven't been able to fire TNT. This is a small, what do you call it? Small explosives or bot heads or anything like that. But if I put those things in, seeds, let's just throw in a couple of the carrot seeds here. 2, 2, and 4. Okay. Seeds. They do a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's enough to notice. But it's a good way to... It could be a good way to get rid of a bot that was on your tail. Now, the next thing in here is water. Again, water. It's a splash damage. I don't know if it has any range of effect. Chemical. The splash is different, but it still does damage. It still looks like it does damage. And then produce. I haven't tried milk. Well, let's try milk too. Produce actually will damage these blocks. Making weaponized beets or carrots an interesting prospect. And I want to try milk. Will it fire milk? Okay, it won't fire milk. It won't fire corn. It won't fire most blocks. Well, any block that I was able to test. I've been testing various random things. Okay, and it won't fire honey beeswax, whatever this is. You only dropped 2 this time? Well, that's not very nice. And again, this is really simple. This is a seat that I got out of one of the gold chests from that one of those swims that I did. Standard button, chest, and the vacuum gun here attached to the chest. So I was thinking that what I could do anybody see where we parked? Hello, little car, where'd you go? Did you go for a swim without me? It did. Oh, it went for a swim without me. This is a issue I've been having a lot more of lately. Is the piston engine likes to just keep moving. Okay, we're out of the water here. Set that down. Now I'm kind of curious if I can place... one of these like this here. Hook. That up to it like so. Yes, I know, the mechanic cannot escape. Assuming the mechanic wants to escape. Where's my Bolton? And I believe this is an upgraded seat. So I do have a few connections to it. Okay, we'll take this junk out and we'll put this in. I want to test to see if those actually do any damage. I don't know if I can fire glue clamps. That's another thing to test. No. Okay. I want to see first what kind of damage the seeds do if I can shoot hay bots with them. And I want to test a few other things. I'm going to grab some chemical and I'm going to grab a little bit of water and take those with me as well. I want to see if the chemical actually affects the hay bots if they're shot with it, and I want to see if shooting them with water affects them as well. And I mean, usually in the field when you're exploring, you find these kind of things you find fairly consistently. Just throw that junk in there. Also, things I have found while exploring. I made a fridge to put my produce in, and I do grow small amounts of produce on a fairly consistent basis, but I found orange seeds. The drawback is 2 or 3, I think, is your max that you can plant before you trigger a raid. Triggering a raid isn't too big of a deal if you plant just enough to trigger a raid, wait for it to say illegal farming censored or detected, and then plant the rest. I can plant the entire crop here. I've got 100, give or take 100 plots right now. I could plant everything and just get 4 little tote bots just by planting 10 crops and starting them off with that. So that's a good way to plant a large garden and get a small raid. It tricks the mechanic slightly, and then away you go. The problem is, of course, is you got to hope that everything is going to come off that ground beforehand. So you make sure everything is watered before you even start thinking about planting and triggering your raid. Especially if you're watering with buckets like I am. Yes, automatic watering system is something I have thought about. I'm a little apprehensive because, well, quite frankly, I don't see the need for farming. After I have gained enough materials for the spud guns, I really do not see a need for farming except to gain buy the mounted spud guns and the mounted spud gun connectors. There was somebody who was commenting that the trader used to sell component kits in the early release game, and that was something that they would really like to see come back. Now, you'll notice I am slowly rebuilding this bridge with stone. Yeah. The vehicle does not drive across this bridge well because the bridge is very narrow. But all of these metal plates causes it to glitch and twitch and jump and bang all over the place. It's actually faster to just walk the thing over and place it down on the other side. It kind of is irritating because the whole point of the bridge was to not have to do that, but it's okay. So we're going to place this down. Now, I'm in need of ember. I discovered a really nice place to harvest ember that was close to me. At least I thought it was a really nice place until I discovered that it was also a breeding ground for the big red farm bots. So when it comes time to get warehouse keys, I know where to go for that. But it means it's a lot of work for me to get ember. Oops. And I'm not going to go there with this anytime soon. There we go. Almost forgot my beacons. So we'll see if we can attract the attention of hay bot or two. I usually end up with about 3 going through this road here. I really would like to see is the ability to actually alter the terrain to some degree. Build up, level off, knock down some of the terrain, like level it out, maybe costs dirt to do, like, so you have to get dirt and or sand or you know, some combination to actually just alter the terrain, but to also have it get rid of the foliage, like this little tree that I just drove through, like the things with no collision that you can't remove, because I'd love to make it so that I actually just have a road going down this pathway here back to where I come in. I mean, like, I could build a bridge or something across the water here. I mean, I'm thinking about building a ferry to travel back and forth on. That might be a notion. Okay, here's my first victim, test subject. Would you be so kind, sir, as to follow this vehicle, please? I need you to get directly behind the vehicle, please. Here's another one. Okay, good. 2's a crowd. That's helpful. Oops. Oops. Stay in the vehicle. Just going to aim slightly down the street. Alright. Oh, I'm shooting right over their head, aren't I? Yeah, I'd have to set this. I'd have to set that lower. So we'll pull into the mechanic station, we'll test that. I want to set it lower and then we'll see how it works. Yeah, I'm literally firing right over top of them. Whoops. Oh, these tracks held. There we go. Hold on there, guy. 1 F 1 jump. Hi, would you like to play? You would. Ow, hey, what did I say about poking me? Huh? Are you having a hard time? There you go. Don't lose your head, dude. All right. Now I'll pick up what everybody calls legs, but it's actually the spine. This is if you come into the workshop, you can even see it for yourself. There. There's his spine. There's the piece. It's hinged in the middle. It flips back. The leg attaches to one side. The arm attaches to the other side. The hook attaches to one extrusion, and the head mounts onto the swivel on the top. Spine. Not leg. But that's okay. We'll throw these bits in. Now I put only 2 of the crates on. This actually will hold 3, but I only put 2 on because I'm not out to collect resource. I'm out to go, I need to actually go and get Ember here, but I figured I'd bring you in and show you what kind of testing we've been doing here. I saw a glowy thing. Pick that up. We'll feed our dude here. And we'll reload this with some more seeds. I still want to test it with the water and the chemical, but all right, let's go see if we can attract the attention of some additional jokers here. And where that building is, if I turn in that direction, that's where the Ember Forest is that has the big red farm bots. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 big red farm bots. I mean, I saw 3, and they were standing literally next to each other, like they were having a conversation as to how they were going to dismember me. It was scary. Now, I could go in behind these trees is a field with all the where all the hay bots hang out. Actually, I think I got some some backs over there that I got to pick up too. This is where I come and get my chemical, and it's literally I just attach a vacuum pump to a chest and set it up to pick up. So I mean, arming, if this works, arming one of these with chemical, for example, would be very, very easy. Seed, the reason I want to use seed is because every time you farm, you get about 3 for every 2 that you drop or plant, you get 3 seeds back. Maybe a little bit higher drop rate on some of the other ones. It's almost a 2-to-1 ratio, and honestly, I have no need for that many seeds. I mean, I don't grow that much crop. I'm not growing like an industrial farm where I've got like 400, 500 crops growing. Yeah, I still got junk piles laying around here. Just seeing if I can find the attention of some more random hay bots. Now this little vehicle, like, it does truck along very nicely. I have geared down the rear engine. They're not on max. As I said, I was lifting the whole front end right off the ground when I did it, which was kind of hilarious. And for its purpose as a scavenger vehicle, I don't want it to travel too fast, because I want to be able to find what it is I'm scavenging for. And you'll notice I do have a hook on the back there. I eventually am planning on building a trailer to tow behind this thing. There's one. Good, he'll follow me. This road just kind of leads around past, like, that lake. Just, that's all this road does, is go around that lake. Did I miss a turn someplace? Hey, bot. Button 3. Uh-oh. Turn slightly. Jump out. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Ow. Okay, ragdoll less, please. Thank you. Excuse me, dude. I got a vehicle to catch. Oh dear. This is the other reason why I want it to just go on on a... I don't want it going fast because if I fall off, jump off, whatever, it can run away on me and then I'm chasing it. The good thing is it's going to slam into a tree and stop rather abruptly here. The bad thing is because it's still moving. There we go. Okay, can we just hold still for a second, guys? There you go. Alright, you, dude. Yeah, don't yell at me. Come here and die. There you go. Good boy. Jerk. Alright, try that again. Button number 2. Button number 3 should now fire my... Okay, cool. Alright, let's see if I can find my test subject again here. I haven't been up this hill. The issue I was having is I couldn't climb this hill earlier too. That was the other reason I jacked up the power on the engines. Okay, there's one. There's two. Let's get their attention here. Hey, dum-dum. Beep beep. I will have to figure out how to make it so it acts more like a shotgun or is aimable better. I think I might still be too high. Okay, I think I'm out of ammo. Did I get that guy out from under my grill? I did. Okay, good. Let's go deal with this jerk off here and reload ammo and see if we can test it with water. Get away from the back. Thank you. I'll take your spine. They will do is they will walk up, they will look you square in the eye, and then they will bust your resource crates, these harvesters, or any device you have attached to the vehicle, and it's like they will just mock you. I'm just going to do this, and alright, well, we're going to try it with water. But seeds seem to be shooting over their head, so we're going to try water and see what that does. Let's go find the attention of another chowderhead. There we go. Can you get behind me, please? Pick yourself up, dude. You're a disgrace to my kind. Come on. Let me let you catch up a little bit here. Okay, so if you shoot these guys in the face with the water from this, it will actually stun them. Interesting. The range is kind of pathetic. But that would be an interesting thing to use in a defense system if I was getting these guys. Now the green taupe bots are completely immune to water damage. But that's a good way to get them to stop chasing me, is to shoot them with this. Excuse me, dude. I'm doing experimentation. You're not helping by getting gunned up in my wheels. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting. So I gotta get him within a certain range and I can hit him with it. And of course that only costs water, which is reasonably inexpensive. Now I just want to test one last thing. Does chemical affect them? The water stuns them, but it does no damage. The seeds, I don't think the seeds actually hurt them, or if they do, it's so negligible that it doesn't get their attention. Okay, dude, can you follow me again, please? Yo, come on, sweet cheeks. We're still testing. No. Alright, let me just get a little closer. Okay, that's definitely hit him. Okay, so chemical does no damage at all. So let's turn ourselves slightly here. Push the right gut buttons on our keyboard, we might be okay. Come on, back up. Yeah, so chemical does no damage at all. Random produce, water. Okay, so a wet bath helps them out. Dude, you gotta get within targeting range here. Hold on a second. You're not cooperating with me, dummy. Come on, we're just needing you to stand still and be volunteered for some more testing. Just hold still, please. This will only take a moment. Whoops. Okay, so chemicals do no damage. Fruit does, or produce does no damage. And water stuns these guys. Interesting. Excuse me. Oops. Ow. Hold on. I'm having a little finger dyslexia. Hold still, please. Thank you. Don't lose your head. Spineless bug. Okay, so that was testing with the vacuum pump. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of experimentation with Scrap Mechanic. I'm going to attempt to build. I want to try out the wheels in the water. See if wheel propulsion will actually affect, like, water will be affected by wheels in the water. And I'll let you know if that actually is a thing. But that's going to do it for today, kids. I hope you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, and I will see you on the next episode. Good night for now.